Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As we embark on an enthralling journey through history. Today, we're diving deep into the dramatic and awe-inspiring South African War, also known as the Anglo-Boer War. Prepare yourselves for a captivating vlog filled with thrilling tales and remarkable historical events. Before we dig deep, make sure you subscribe to the Macula, because here we explore and dig the graves of history and keep a watchful eye on the future. Here we find ourselves in the heart of South Africa, surrounded by the echoes of a conflict that forever shaped this nation. The South African War was a clash of titans, a battle fought on the plains and in the hills, as the British Empire sought to expand its influence over the Boer republics. Our story begins in the Orange Free State, a land teeming with rich history and unwavering resolve. The Orange Free State was a republic modeled upon the US Constitution, but restricted franchise to white males. In 1867 diamonds were discovered in the Orange Free State, and by 1870 there were sufficient reserves of diamonds to stimulate a rush of several thousand fortune hunters. This proud Boer state stood as a symbol of independence, but the discovery of gold and diamonds brought a wave of greed that sparked tensions between the British Empire and the Boer republics. In 1899, the simmering tensions erupted into full-blown conflict, and the South African War ignited. British forces, armed with superior numbers and resources, crossed into the Orange Free State, determined to assert their dominance. The Boers, fierce and defiant, stood united in defense of their freedom. This is a land engulfed in turmoil, with battles raging across the vast landscapes of South Africa. The Boers, led by remarkable leaders like President M.T. Steyn and General C.R. de Wet, exhibited unwavering bravery and a profound understanding of guerrilla warfare tactics. From the sieges of Ladysmith and Kimberley to the battles of Spienkop and Mokkersfontein, the war raged on. The British, under the command of prominent figures like Lord Kitchener and Lord Roberts, faced formidable challenges as they fought against a determined and resourceful enemy. It was a war of attrition, with both sides trading blows and testing the limits of their endurance. The Boers, fighting on their home turf, utilized their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage, launching surprise attacks and vanishing into the vast landscapes that concealed them. Yet, despite their strategic brilliance, the Boers faced the might of the British Empire. The British, bolstered by their vast resources and superior firepower, pressed on relentlessly, determined to bring the Boer republics under their control. Standing here on this historic battlefield, we can almost hear the echoes of the past. The South African War was a testament to the resilience and courage displayed by both sides. Lives were lost, families were torn apart, and the land itself bore witness to the intense struggle that unfolded. As the war continued, the world watched with bated breath. The South African War became a symbol of resistance against imperial domination, sparking debates and protests in various corners of the globe. The international community began to question the cost of empire and the value of human life. Every war has its end, and the South African War was no exception. After years of fierce fighting and countless lives lost, the Peace of Vereeniging was finally signed on May 31, 1902. The Boer republics were annexed, and British rule was reimposed. The aftermath of the war left scars on the land and its people, but it also marked a turning point in South Africa's history. The South African War highlighted the tensions between imperial expansion and the desire for self-determination, ultimately paving the way for the future struggle against apartheid. The main reason behind the South African War was the clash between the British Empire's thirst for control over the region's rich mineral resources, particularly gold and diamonds, and the Boer Republic's fight for independence and sovereignty. It was a clash of ideologies, cultures, and ambitions that would have far-reaching consequences for the nation. The discovery of vast mineral wealth in the Boer republics triggered a scramble for control, with the British Empire seeking to exploit these resources for their own economic gain. The Boers, however, were determined to protect their independence and way of life. This clash of interests escalated into a full-scale war, characterized by intense battles, guerrilla warfare, and significant loss of life. Both sides displayed remarkable bravery and resilience, but ultimately, the British Empire's superior resources and military might led to the annexation of the Boer republics. The South African War was a catalyst for change. It revealed the harsh realities of imperial domination and sparked a sense of national consciousness and unity among the Boers and other South Africans, regardless of their backgrounds. While the war may have ended with the annexation of the Boer republics, the spirit of resistance and the fight for justice continued to burn. The South African War laid the groundwork for future struggles against oppression, ultimately leading to the dismantling of apartheid and the birth of a democratic South Africa. As we conclude on the South African War, let us remember the sacrifices made by those who fought and the lessons learned from this tumultuous period in history. It is through understanding our past that we can shape a brighter future. Join me next time as we explore more captivating stories from around the world. Until then, remember to subscribe, like, and share this video, and as always, keep exploring.